Now we've fast forwarded just a couple weeks and we're in Ohio with Mr. Trent Marsh.
Hello.
Really? That's all you got?
What do you want? What up, Jay Wizzy?
That's it. See, we got Trent coming on our team now. So we're gonna finish this gun build because part of building an AR15 for under $600 is choosing the right parts. And as you know, I don't use anything past 10 years on television, but the Game Reaper, Freedom Reaper scope mounts. We're gonna throw that on real quick. But we're gonna put the Freedom Reaper on that with the Picatinny rail. Picatinny rail. What is it? Is it Picatinny?
Picatinny.
With the Picatinny rail, it's obviously really, really simple. These just literally, you can screw them on with your fingers and put the scope on. So that's what we're gonna do with this one, because this happens to be my scope, my Hawke scope, that we're gonna finish this gun up with. And then after this, you'll see us shooting it. So let's pop this on real quick, and then we'll get into the different kind of scopes you can put on this gun. So now we have fast forwarded the Freedom Reapers on the AR15. I have my Hawke scope on here, and this is just kind of your normal, everyday 1 to 6 power, 1 to 6, right?
1.5 to 6.
1.5 to 6, which is what I want on this particular gun. But what I want Trent to do is to go over the different kind of scopes that are available for the AR-15s or any other gun, great on muzzleloaders, from high power to this new one. There's like 2 of them in the whole world. There's about to be a bunch. Well, by the time this comes out, there should be a bunch. You can go out and buy it. So I'm just gonna kind of turn it over to Trent and let him talk, because I'm gonna get educated with you, because the more I'm hanging out with Trent, the more I'm learning about scopes, and I'm finding out how much I don't know. Like, I pretty much knew to look through it and put the cross.
Which is, it's important. I mean, that's an
It's an important feature.
part of how to use a scope.
But picking the right scope, that's another talent all on its own.
Absolutely.
So we're gonna hand it over to Trent.
When it comes time to picking optics for your AR-15 or any other MSR platform, a lot of things come into play that you don't necessarily think of when it comes to a regular sporting rifle. But because this is such a flexible platform, you can use it in a law enforcement, home defense type of situation where you're not shooting long distances, or it can be a bench rest style gun where you're shooting hundreds, even approaching 1,000 yards. So you have to have flexibility in optics, and being able to choose the proper optical chassis that's going to do what you need it to do becomes very important. We have mounted here just a 1.5 to 6 chassis. It's a nice in-between chassis for out to about 100 yards, maybe 150, but you've got good low end. So if you're gonna be doing silhouette shooting or zombie shoots, that kind of thing, you do have that good low end. Also maximizing the low end is our newer 1-power scope. It's a straight 1-power scope that was originally designed for crossbows, but because it's in a traditional chassis rather than kind of a red dot design, you've got a lot of durability issues that are taken care of by it being in that 1-power chassis, but you're able to shoot with both eyes open. You're not dependent on a battery for your aim points because it actually has a glass etched reticle. So for those, again, the CQB style, the entry style, law enforcement situations, you've got a great value option without going and buying an uber high-end red dot type situation.
Did you say Uber?
I did say Uber. Do we hate Uber?
No, could I get a definition of Uber though?
Uber. It's kind of self-defining. If you don't understand Uber, you got other things.
Okay.
Another option for kind of the mid-range shooting is just like a nice 4 to 12 chassis. You're not going to have quite the low end, but you're going to be able to reach out there a little bit further. This is our Sport HD IR line. It's a new 30-30 center cross illuminated reticle, and you've got a lot of mounting surface. ARs are notorious for getting the proper eye relief, so being able to have a lot of mounting surface to have the flexibility in your rings gets to be really important. So a scope like this that gives you 3 inches in the front of the saddle and 1.5 inches, 2 inches in the back gives you a lot of options to mount and make sure you have proper eye relief so that when you pull that firearm up, you are right in line with your optical system. And then if you just want to go straight to the very high end and do the long range thing and maybe an AR-10 platform or something of that nature, you can get up into our Sidewinder and Sidewinder Tactical series. This is our Sidewinder Tactical 4.5 to 14. You've got true 30mm optics and a 30mm monotube. You've got the push-pull locking style turrets. You've got illumination. You've got an optional oversized side wheel. So when you get up into something like this, you're not plinking at 100 yards. This is a serious long range It's a heavy scope, so you're not going to want to be toting it around all over the place because it is going to add weight to your gun. But for a bench rest situation, something where you're punching paper and you're doing it a long distance, a scope like this gives you the ability, coupled with the reticle inside and the turret system, to be able to do that. So regardless of what it is you're wanting to do with your AR and platform rifle, Hawke's going to have several different options across different price ranges, across different optical systems, from 1 power all the way up to 32 power magnification to cover what you want to do with your AR platform.